Can you hear me? You can't hear me. I'm supposed to hide that. They don't pay attention to the man and none of her. All right, everybody, hopefully you guys got some pizza. We're going to start here. And Hacker Dojo Lightning Talks. If you guys want to have a seat, come on. To the front of the stage. I'll be back there. Check that out. You guys on the stage there? Go ahead and turn my audio up, please, Emily.
What?
Check this out. Look at my guy. On stage right now. Hello. Alright, on stage. Can you guys see me? Thumbs up if you can see me. That's great. This is on about anything. Hello, hello. You guys hear me? You guys couldn't hear me before? A little bit? Cut in and out?
Better now.
She's still testing out the audio. We're working on the audio. We had a lot of issues last week, but we'll get it fixed. No worries. All right. So as I was saying, you guys can see the omnibus that's up in the front. You guys, this is pretty eat. Friends anywhere else? You guys can try this as well. All right. How about that? So literally, right with my mouth. Yeah. Okay. So as I was saying, you guys can use the box. Free. I'll provide a link later on. Ooh, that's hot. I guess so. I don't know. I'm getting some hands. Everybody's doing this. Put their hands up. Put your hands up, man. Put your hands up. All right, everybody. Lightning Talks. Come on forward. Come on forward. All right. So how long have you been at Hacker Dojo? If this is your first time here, raise your hand. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. We got a lot of new people here. Yes, thank you. All right, how about 1 week? Have you guys been here for 1 week? All right, cool, great. 1 month? All right, 1 year. I'm assuming you guys are members here. Members? Great. 10 years? 100 years. Some of you guys, yeah. All right. Fantastic. All right, so here's the question of the day. Why are you at Hacker Dojo? Hacker Dojo is awesome. There are many people here that bring different experiences to the dojo. What is one of the reasons that you're here at Hacker Dojo? You guys can just mention it out loud. Hope I can hear you from here. Anything?
I like it here.
You like it? Okay. What else? Community. One more? Go ahead.
I'm from BC, but I hate BC. I want to see how engineers build real products.
Yes. All right. Real products with engineers. Anyone else? All right. So Hacker Dojo, actually, let me move on forward real quick, and I'll go back to that. Hacker Dojo is a 501c3 nonprofit. Hacker Dojo is a community of engineers, artists, scientists, activists, entrepreneurs, and other creative people centered around a co-working and social facility. Memberships. We are a nonprofit, and without the support of members, we cease to exist. That's true. Yeah. We currently have 3 levels of membership, which you can sign up on the website. Around $150 a month for unlimited access. You can sign up at hackerdojo.org. And since it is a 501c3 nonprofit, people aren't really getting paid around here. So we do need volunteers. Yes, we need lots and lots of volunteers. So please, if you guys can volunteer, please contact Tiana or Emily to volunteer. If you guys want to be here on the stage hosting Lightning Talks, which is fun. It's exciting. Please take this spot. All right. Let's get that one. We'll use that for next time. Donations and suggestions. There's a suggestion board on the wall there. If you guys can think of something, how to improve Hacker Dojo, please write that down on the board. There is a donation list that we have on the desk in the back. With some items that have been listed that we would like to have donated here at the dojo, so we don't have to tap into the funds that we're currently providing, right? All right, so take time to look at both of those. All right, so these are events. I haven't updated them, but they're pretty much, they do repeat. We have Rust, Thursday, Friendship Barbecue, Lightning Talks every Friday, build a AI robot pet. So Robot Robert's been doing that on Mondays. So if you guys are interested in his robots, he's making little AI dogs and walking around. So you guys can check that out and help build on that. All right, so if you guys want to check out Hacker Dojo, there are the links, Meetup, the website, YouTube, Twitch, Slack, Discord, and the Twitter.
Can I just mention there's something, it was on the list, and you didn't get to mention it.
Go ahead.
This may sound strange. We do free tech support for the computers and phones and stuff here. Thursday night, Sunday night. So if you break it, you fix it, or V-Squad is really taking your money and making the computer worse, we're the ones that fix their messes.
Great. So
feel free to bring your oddball or not so oddball computer and phone problems here.
and if you guys want more information, it is on the Meetup. Where'd it go? It is on the Meetup, so you guys can check that out. Okay? All right, so rule number 1, if somebody can read that to me, hopefully a first-time visitor.
Be excellent to each other.
Be excellent to each other. That is the rule. All right, so we're going to have speakers coming up. We have a list down there on Lightning Talks. You're going to have 5 minutes to speak, and let's get our first speaker up here. Giovanni, Rise of Entrepreneurship. Yes.
Do I have to stand here? Just anywhere?
Would you like this?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Hello. How's it going?
Yeah, food's good.
Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Turn that one.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure nobody said anything. What is the time?
He's got it on his clock, so.
Cool.
I feel like your microphone isn't as loud as his was.
I was yelling out loud.
Hey, how's it going? Okay,
There
there
you
we
go.
go. Nice.
Woo!
Let's go. Cool. So, the rise of entrepreneurship. As you guys all know, there's a lot of innovation happening. 2 days ago, I attended a conference on plug and play. They were talking about like all the innovation happening from XR, VR, the future of work. I attended another event yesterday that talked about that, 4-day work week, and so on. But all this innovation that's happening is bringing a lot of opportunity for people to actually break the pie of what used to be monopolies that used to control a lot of things to individuals who are willing to just kind of like learn and take action upon their learning and build things for themselves. There's ChatGPT, there's a lot of plugins, there's a lot of ways you can now build anything. There's a lot of things you can just start working on. There's e-commerce, Amazon, things that you can automate. So it's never been easier to build anything. It's expected by 2027 that 89 million people are going to be working from anywhere in the world. So that's all due to the rise of technology, the rise of XR. Like you're going to be able to literally see your working mate right next to you for you guys all to collaborate if you're working on engineering or like anything like that. So there's a massive opportunity for the rise of entrepreneurship. Money is going to be invested, a lot of venture firms, little venture firms. A lot of people are not looking for, of course there's always looking for like the big things that are going to make them billions of dollars. But I think within time, people are going to realize that investing on people and making like a 10x in their money, it's going to be a cool thing to do. There's going to be a breaking down of that kind of investments too. If we allow NFTs and the tokenization of money to happen, the breaking of the pie. For example, you can invest in digital art. It's never been easier to invest on a piece of art. For example, own a piece of Picasso and have recurring revenue come in, or just have like money sitting right there, because art has been proven to be one of the best investments you can make. Keep bringing in like 13 to 30% annually return on investment. So I'm really excited about people taking charge. I think we're gonna need better tools, better mindset, and I'm really excited about the future of society overall. So because of these innovations that are happening, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to be an entrepreneur. So if any of you guys feel inspired by anything, like don't just settle for a job. There's a lot of conversation talking about 4-day work week, and I feel like you shouldn't just allow yourself to work 4 days a week. You should pursue your own dreams, because at the end of the day, that's what makes life meaningful. So, yeah, any questions? Am I on time?
Got 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
You have a question? Okay.
Do you have any, what fields do you think, or what arenas do you think are going to be the most right for entrepreneurship in that way?
What arenas? Well, it depends.
Just switch microphones.
It depends on what you're into, honestly. If you're into e-commerce, it's going to be a lot of opportunity there. If you're into building plugins, if you're into content creation, ads from companies, they're not going to be paying like videographers to build a whole out of this world type of advertisement. They're actually going to start investing on content creators to promote, because if you want to be a content creator and become a pianist and upload content as a pianist, like, you're gonna be able to attract a certain kind of audience, and then companies are gonna go to you to invest and pay you for them to be able to promote the product through you. So it depends what you're into. Honestly, it's a time to really follow what your heart wants you to go. If you're into travel and you want to travel the world, just pick up a camera and like do those kind of things. If you want to do something more meaningful and like impact society at large, then it's also a possibility. So yeah, hope that answers your question. If there's space on anything,
I actually have a couple of questions.
go for it.
The first one is, you said 89 million people will be working remotely.
By 2027, yes.
But that is 4 years from now.
Yes.
And that's within this country or worldwide?
That's actually a really good question. I don't think I looked at the statistics of just within this country, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be worldwide.
Okay.
Because, I mean, 89 million working remotely just in the US, that's like 1/3 of the population,
Right.
which is honestly doable with XR and like the new technology that's going to happen. So it's a really good question. I didn't look at that specific context, but nonetheless, 89 million people, that's a lot of opportunity for a lot of folks. And
So there was one other study that I came across from McKinsey, and that said by year 2057, that is, over 30 years from now,
yeah,
about 70% of the global workforce will be gig workers. They will not have full-time jobs.
yeah,
70%.
yeah.
That's huge. My other question was there any discussion over there with respect to AI or technology in terms of mental health?
Yeah.
Was there anyone talking about if anything, because mental health is actually a very serious problem,
Yeah.
not just in this country but worldwide,
Yeah.
especially post-pandemic.
Yes.
Did you hear anyone talk about it?
Yeah, mental health. That's a really important question. I've gone through a lot of things, and I definitely understand what real mental health issues are. But I think there's going to be a rise of better communities. I think community is what really heals people. I think listening to one another is going to be the real crucial thing. And actually helping each other out with real tactical strategies, as opposed to trying to enforce a certain belief specifically. So I actually see a future where a rise of a certain community that's going to be innovative, that's going to be purposeful, and more for the people, as opposed to just trying to impose certain doctrine or whatever. But yeah, if you're talking about work and being burnt out, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of opportunity to work from home 4 days a week. And like you said, by 2056, there's going to be, most people are going to be contractors or gig workers. UBI might actually come to fruition. So the opportunity to be with one another and have something you're passionate about to do, something that you want to learn, just like do it. it's gonna be between the communities and the ability to do what you love. It's what's gonna bring a lot of mental health issues down. That's my point of view. But I'm actually out of time, so thank you.
You guys are always more than welcome to talk to Giovanni afterwards. All right, we got Balaji next talking about Lotus 3D pointed microchip. What? Have you guys heard that? Raise your hand. 3D pointed microchip. Anyone? No? I've never heard that. Okay.
Hello. Hi, I'm Balaji. This is about mid-journey based idea. Basically generated. It's not my picture. So this is a Lotus laser cutter which can be used as a novel design for chip making. Just I worked in Intel and Altera, those chip making company, but as a software engineer. But I got some interest in this line too, because this mostly people are interested in software. Hardware is not given that much interest. It's a boring job. Basically, it is a routine job. So if you take the laser printer, we have a laser printer which uses this type of mirror to reflect and cut materials. It's a very not accurate. Mostly, it can't be used in making chip manufacturing. It is so mostly chip manufacturers use a different material. You can see lithography. That is called photolithography. So it is like printing T-shirts. We use negatives to print this. They print layer by layer. That is the microchip manufacturing. They use this one. Still past 30 or 40 years, they are using this technique. If you use 3D laser printer, mostly we use for circuit boards and flexible material, not for microchip manufacturing, because it is not that accurate yet, 3D printing. So I came up with an idea, why not use a different design structure to use a laser cutter to cut in a different angle using the Lotus as a reflector. So it acts like a mirror, because recently they found vibrations can help in aligning the particles in a chip. So that was awarded a Nobel Prize recently for using a light source to vibrate the material. So there is a sound and vibration used in this context. So how we can use this technology, that is the one I'm trying to see how we can incorporate. So NASA used this heat resistant to re-enter Earth. This is a kind of Lotus-like type of heat resistant module they developed. Based on that, I got the idea to develop this Lotus ceramic based laser cutter for IC chip. So basically, microchip mainly consists of a ceramic sheet which vibrates based on the laser, and it aligns the particles based on that. So that is one of the universities, they have tried that. So they succeeded some extent. So we can use that laser printing to align the chip material, microchip material, to create microchips in using 3D printed way. So that is the one of the proposal I'm trying to use. It is like a trapping materials, like in a tarpaulin. When you vibrate it, centerize the particles. So that is the idea. In future, we may be able to print like a chip, like a potato chip we can use. and print using a laser printer. That is one of the idea. So it is like an air fryer. You can fry the chip and create a microchip at home. So that is one of the idea I'm trying to project. So thank you. Any questions?
That was interesting. That was really interesting. Raise your hand if you actually like that. 3D printed microchips. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Thumbs up on that.
All right, let's get some questions. Who wants to ask? Oh, right.
Hope you patented, you didn't just give away your secret, did you?
This is not this is an idea. It is not practically I've done. Yeah.
Can you talk more about the two separate Nobel Prize winning
Okay.
ideas that influenced your
Oh.
ideas?
Yeah, this is they are related to laser. So the laser aligns the particles. They found when it vibrates the membrane, it aligns the particles. That is the given a award recently, but I don't know much detail about it. But I read about it.
So was it just one technique?
Yeah.
And it won two separate no awards?
So one technique to way of doing that, they combined recently one university in, what is the university? I forgot. That university did their research based on these two techniques. They combined it and they used a ceramic fabric sheet and they vibrated using laser. So it created a micro sound which aligns this particle. So they took a picture of these lasers reflected and created a pattern. So they used that repeatedly to print more layers.
Perfect. All right, anyone else? All right, Balaji, thank you. Thank you, that was awesome. We got Marco, that gone, CTF. Marco, welcome. You guys know Marco? Raise your hand if you know who Marco is. All right, a couple of us. Well, you guys are about to get to know who Marco is.
All right, can you hear me? Cool. Thank you, everyone. My name is Marco Well, thank you for the introduction. My name is Marco, and so in case you haven't heard of me, I've been a long-time member of Hacker Dojo and supporter, and I host my meetups here, so you'll get to know more about that. So again, today I'm going to talk about a little bit about my organization, which is called Pacific Hackers. So what is Pacific Hackers Association? It's a nonprofit organization, and what we do is we try to help pretty much everyone to get into the cybersecurity field, but we're focusing on helping veterans and underrepresented communities. Our main mission is basically fix the three issues of cybersecurity, right? Number one, diversity. We want to see more women. We want to see more people of color. And number two, the HR system, right? We know it's broken because they keep posting jobs for a junior analyst, then it's a CISSP, and that just doesn't work. And also we want to fix the education system because now there's many programs, many universities offering cybersecurity programs. But by the time the student graduates, they're basically not ready to go into the workforce, right? So that's what we're trying to do. They come, learn hands-on stuff, so they can be ready. Even if it's a seasoned professional trying to learn something new, they can just come to our meetups and learn something new, take it to their job on Monday, and start questioning their bosses. Hey, is this secure? Stuff like that. So that's what we do. And like I mentioned, we have a meetup. We've been doing this meetup for probably 6 years, almost 7 years now. And that's the reason I'm here today, because I would like to invite you to our next meetup, which is on May 26th. But specifically, we're going to be doing the DEF CON qualifiers. So if you have not heard about DEF CON is one of the largest hacker conferences. Happens in Vegas every year. This is going to be the 31st edition. And last year, as you will see here, we just gather there. No intention to do anything. We just gather there and we pick a CTF, and luckily we were able to win first place. So this year we said, well, with more preparation and stuff, we can do better. Even not just a simple CTF, but maybe the actual official CTF that eventually will get us a black badge. Black badge is a badge you get if you get first place, and then you get to attend DEF CON forever, and you get recognition. So that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to win again, and that's why we're coming back on the 26th. We had a meetup last Saturday where we discussed how to play CTFs, what were CTFs, and stuff like that, and we did an introduction to DEF CON qualifiers. But now on the 26th, we're actually going, that's when the qualifiers are. It's a 3-day weekend, or it's actually not 3-day weekend, it's over those 3 days. We're gonna be playing the official DEF CON qualifiers. And the whole point here is not to compete. It's actually to have fun, to learn, and also to network, right? This is the time and the place where you can come network, learn something new, and move on, right? So that's why I would like to invite you. The other thing I would like to announce is, actually this happened this morning. We partnered with the SecOps group. They came up with the Black Hat. I don't know if you're familiar with Black Hat. Black Hat is another conference happening the same week as DEF CON. And Black Hat created its first certification called the Black Hat certification by this SecOps group. So they reach out to us and say, hey, we would like to help you to start certifying your members. So I said, and they asked me, like, just pick one certification. So since we're in Silicon Valley and there's a lot of developers, I would like to see how much knowledge or how much you're implementing security when you're coding and stuff like that. So I want to give you a challenge. So this is a free certification that you can just go in here. This is the code right here. It's a PH-CAP-100, and this is the website. Go and register. It's only good for 3 days. But basically, we want to see how much you know about security when you're coding, right? This is an application security certification. Give it a try. I want to see how much you know, and if you don't know enough, then come to our meetups, because that's where you learn how to secure your environment, how to secure your applications. Well, that's pretty much what I wanted to announce, but also just kind of like FYI, we do a lot of events, especially here in Hacker Dojo. We are big supporters. This was an event that we did actually these pictures were not from last week, but these were from January. But last week we had an event here with OWASP, the OWASP Foundation. We also partner at RSA to run the Dark Arts Village. So a couple of weeks ago we did Dark Arts Village, and we were one of the best villages in RSA. And we did a great job. So we're going to continue doing that. And that's, last time I was here is actually to promote the Dark Arts, because I wanted speakers. So between now and the next year, if you would like to speak in one of my conferences or meetups or anything like that, please let me know. Last but not least, the Pacific Hackers Conference. It's hosted here. We've been doing it since 2019 at the old Hacker Dojo place, and now in 2022. Okay. And that's pretty much it. I always ask for help, and like I always tell people, it's not about money. It's about spreading the word, referrals, connecting with people who believe they're interested in cybersecurity. If you're hiring, please let me know so I can send you the right people. Sharing knowledge, if you would like to participate, please let me know. Sponsoring, if your company would like to sponsor an event, please let us know. And that's it. Thank you so much for your time. Any questions?
Marco, thank you, man. That was actually really good. Honestly, this is the first time that I heard Marco speak about Pacific Hackers. I mean, I know what he does. I just never seen his speech. This is his pitch. So it's really cool. It's really cool. Any questions? Okay, we got one up here.
So there are a lot of automation going on. So how the certification helps if there is, most of them are going to be automated.
So, well, first of all, we have different members who come from different backgrounds, and automation it's been one of those topics that we're constantly talking about. What is the best way to secure your environment? Especially when you're doing automation, right? Especially with the APIs and stuff like that. So we have a lot of conversations on that. But we can take it from the theory perspective of how it works and how to defend. But the real challenge is, especially when you're at work, right? Then you come with a problem and you're like, what do I do now? So that's when you start doing your research. But if you have something like specific questions, come to us and we'll point you to the right direction. We have been able to actually secure many companies, believe it or not, by just exposing your problem. So yeah, but that's one of them. Automation it's a big thing. Yeah. Any others?
All right, thank you, Mark.
Question? No? Thank you.
One more.
Oh, one more. All right, go for it.
I think I'll ask you this last week, but for most of those sites you have, I think it's 2Y and some of those things, you can just use your own computer for that. I don't want to be bothered with having to set up something. I mean, I could.
Right. So
It's got to be safe if they're sort of educational sites almost.
Yeah, exactly. I have to say for the DEFCON qualifiers, because there might be actually live malware, my suggestion is get a laptop that is not your personal or corporate. If you're, you can even run a live image of Kali Linux on a USB and run it from there, right? So that way you don't have to do virtualization, you don't have to do that, or just use virtualization if your computer is capable for it. VirtualBox, Fusion, yeah, that's pretty much the tool.
All right, thank you, Marcos. Don't
Thank you.
leave, right? I want to talk to you afterwards, man. I mentioned it. I like this.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. How many of you guys have tried Linux? Raise your hand. Linux? Oh, great. This is great. We got Barry coming up talking about the problems with Linux. How many of you guys dealt with problems?
A single problem.
A single problem. Have you tried asking ChatGPT?
Asked around.
He had all the answers.
Now, this is what I'm looking at, and maybe some of you who understand this better than I do will know how to, know what kind of magic words to say. I'm trying, okay, basically, I got a dual boot, Windows 11, Ubuntu 22, works out great, except that the amount of disk I gave to the Ubuntu side is smaller because now I'm using Ubuntu. Oh, okay. All right, so basically, can you see that? Oh, we gotta pop this up there. Oh, come on. Well, anyway, let me just bring this. Which way? There, okay, wait. That way? That way? There, okay. Oh, come on, open clean. Darn it. Just a, oh, shoot, let me get this.
Right at the end of the tunnel, don't worry.
Literally. Shoot, oh, these are the wrong glasses.
Is this an example of your Linux problem?
Yes.
Anyway, well, I'm going to have to look through the bottoms of these. And which way does this go? Left, right, up, down?
However you have it set up.
I can't get the pointer back. Pointer needs to go, it should go right onto here, and it isn't. Will it go through the top? No, will it go through there? Will it go through there? We're stuck.
Does anyone know how to get the Linux set up?
Did it come down there? Oh, I got to get the pointer back. Wait, let's see what I can do here. Okay, let me drag. Oh, we got to yank. I can't get a pointer. Okay, wait. Oh, heck, I don't want to. Just go on to the next person. I'll get this sorted out. Because we're just wasting time here.
No, it's fine. Go ahead. You got plenty of time.
All right, let me close this.
We got up until midnight.
We have 6 people.
All right, so. Come on. Oh, that's it. You got to go through the bar to get it back to here. Okay, now we can drag this over there. Yeah. Okay. And then in this teeny tiny print.
You folks watching on YouTube, I appreciate that. We appreciate that. Hacker Dojo appreciates that. That is so awesome.
Okay, so here's.
7, 8 years. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so here's Windows 11, all clean and good. I can mount both file systems. See Windows from Linux, Linux from Windows. Oh, okay, so here's all file systems. I can see Windows from Linux, Windows, from either side, either boot, I can get the other file system. But here I've got, I think, 46 gig. I've got 80 gig blank space, and I've got a bunch of Windows space that I don't use. All I want to do is just add a bunch of this 80 gig into my Linux here. But when I go to make it bigger, it doesn't let me because apparently this Linux partition got put at the end of the drive, and I can't increase it into the free space. I can only increase if a partition is past the end. So does anybody know how to, brute force get this? I just want to get like half of the 80 gig that's free added to my Ubuntu partition.
Is the middle partition, the empty one, larger than the Linux one?
Yeah, actually. I want to just put...
So make a new partition the same size, copy all the data over, get rid of the one on the right, and then expand it.
Except, what's wrong is this refuses to expand.
You can't expand that one. Make
No,
a new one
this
in the middle, the same size.
But then how do I move Linux to boot into the new one?
You just use DD, make a new partition in the middle one, the same size as the Linux one on the right.
Yeah.
DD all the data over, the exact copy.
Yeah, but I don't want to keep separate. I just want my one Linux partition, but bigger.
Then you kill the one on the right.
Yeah.
Then you take the middle one, which is the only one now, and you can expand to the right.
Let's try this afterwards,
left,
okay?
But you can expand to the right.
All right, so my 5 minutes are up, I'm sure. Let's do this. Let's do this in the after party, okay?
All right, Barry, thank you.
Meet me after class.
Yeah, here's my glasses.
Who do we have next? It looks like Marco with, what is that, scribbles? What is that? What does that say? Did that say scribbles? No, it's Egyptian.
Okay, so today again 2 graphs. First is everyone knows that about the middle of the week, Bureau of Labor Statistics issued us another number of inflation. It's year-on-year, it's 4.9 this month. So yearly, like back to the April. It was a 5, now it's 4.9, but it's not the core inflation. Core inflation went down only, core inflation 5.6 last year, now it's 5.5. We have to be very careful when estimating this number. First of all, it's a government statistic. I don't know where the government ever been writing that, because they take a very precise bucket of goods. They calculate a tricky way which goes long, like a 60-year back. So, however, objectively, we have not to trust that. But because we trade it, and everyone trade it, it becomes truth. But anyway, it's good news Inflation goes down. However, it's a bad news because obviously Federal Open Market Committee now probably stays their way and want to continue to rise that. By the way, their target probably this number. So usually when Federal Reserve Bank, Federal Bank planning their strategy, they thinking very simplistically. So basically, inflation is 4.6, our rate must be, inflation 5.6, our rate must be 5.6. And one of the Fed officials, Mr. Williams, made a speech and he said, yes, we're probably going to rise one more time and then stay low. Okay, now to the computers, because we have technology, we have to talk about computers. And I found out a graph about the prices of computers, but it's not price of computers, it's prices of the copper. Why it's a bad news? Because if you look at, say, period between 2018, roughly 2023, almost all commodities which affect price of the computers are going up. Of course, you can see that it was some slight fluctuation, but most of the goods extracted from within the earth are in China. And you know what's going on in China, right? Lots of what's going on in China, but generally speaking, those prices not going to be getting down. And our periphery, our computers, not that one, but most of our computers going to be not cheaper. Of course, most of the prices goes to the chips, everyone knows, but that's also very important. Okay, and now to the conclusion, we have these graphs. Again, according to my projection, it's more or less I'm in the range of the realism past like 6 months. So you see we're going down in the Bitcoin. And on the NASDAQ side, I was a little bit less optimistic. So my projection was a little bit down, but more or less we're ranging and then probably go down. Okay, that's it for today. Any questions? Yes?
When is the Bitcoin happen? Bitcoin reward happen?
Oh, you mean halving?
Did it already happen?
Did it already happen? That happened?
Okay, there is 2 adjustments. One adjustment which is going on approximately every 2 weeks. That's when Bitcoin hash rate growing, right? Every 2 weeks. Because basically if you throw like billions of computers on solving nodes, basically algorithm of Satoshi account for that. So as soon as these hash rate like go over the roof, they double like the difficulty, right? They increase, sorry, not double. Another one which everyone knows, it goes every like 2 years. Difficulty rises and going to be rising. And it's up in 1 year. We have to wait another year for difficulty to rise. That difficulty which we're waiting for. However, you know, B19, you know B19, right? He's a like popular, one of the most like sophisticated analysts in Bitcoin. He introduced that halving cycles, not halving, halvings. So that was broken in 2019. So don't rely on that formula. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Okay.
You follow? Okay. Am I answering the question?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a similar question. Does that mean all of the Bitcoins have been bought at this point? There is no more?
No, there's still more.
There is still more in circulation.
Watch for 2040.
Right?
No, 2030 something. I think 2040. 2040, but you know, because it's asymptotical, right? We will never be able to mine all Bitcoins. You know, but realistically speaking, after that, most of the miners will be leaving from transaction fees. That's why Ethereum kind of thinking more to be more economically, because they got inflation about 5%, and then they never stop basically having two sources of revenues. And then of course they got amples, you know, right? In Ethereum they got different mining revenue from all. Okay, that's it.
All right, that's it.
Thank you.
Here's the key on macroeconomics. Everything is meant like crypto or Bitcoin talks or macroeconomics. Just trying to get a feel of the room. You guys like economics stuff? A little bit? Un poquito? Okay, gracias. Emily, do we have enough time for one more speaker? All right. All right, we got Michael with cryptos. All right, on that. All right, there you go.
Wow. Let me see you.
Michael, do me a favor when you go up there, introduce
Hi, everybody. My name is Michael. I used to be a long-time member here. I'd like to speak about cryptos. I'm researching cryptos for many years, and recently, with the use of ChatGPT, I came up with an idea, and I'm thinking that the blockchain and cryptos is essentially about what we call trustless truths, databases, and how we're dealing with that. And then recently I heard some gentleman named Jeff Booth. He was talking about how technology is supposed to drive everything to marginal cost, okay? The fact that we don't have it going on in our world is the macroeconomics, the fundamentals are all out of whack. So which means that trustless truth, it being a technology, the blockchain technology, is going to drive everything, every data that we have online to be at face value trustable. So with AI, I'm thinking that, especially AI, we're going to have ChatGPT minions, every one of us. We're going to have half dozens doing our tasks. So ChatGPT, with combination of personal AI and trustless truth databases out there, I think that's where everything's going, which means that eventually at some time in the future, we can take things at face value online and through our AIs. And basically what I'm doing is I'm working on several blockchain concepts. I am personally focusing on Near protocol, which I think is pretty good. And they use Rust and Solidity and things like that. So I'm looking to network and team up with people that wants to get into the space right now. Okay, thank you. And my email is peerlayer@gmail.com. Thanks. Bye.
What do you guys think about crypto? You guys like crypto? Oh, yeah. Want some free Bitcoin? I'll take it.
All right, I think that's a wrap. Thank you guys for being here for Lightning Talk. Oh, hold on. Whoa. The brakes on. All right. Come on up. What are we talking about today?
User onboarding.
What?
User onboarding.
User onboarding.
Yeah. I just need the USB. Is there a USB? Yes, just give me a second to get this going. Should be. All right, can you push the?
There you go. Yeah, it's on.
All right, cool. Can you hear me? All right, cool. Just gonna get this here. All right, where's the timer? Can I see it? Is there any way I can see it?
I'll give you 1:30.
All right, cool. All right, this is a long presentation. I'm trying to summarize in 5 minutes, but let's just kind of get to it. All right, so 3 user onboarding secrets for software products. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I hope you guys are ready to learn as much as possible. I'm going to be sharing the scary statistics for software products out there. This is Patrick McKenzie, known for his conversion rate optimization skills, and he says that it's very likely that 40 to 60% of your free trial users will never see the product a second time, which makes that first use of the software really, really freaking important. He's talking about the first user experience of your product and how it's crucial to get people to activate and to become loyal customers. So most people talk a lot about long-term retention, which is the proof of the concept and that your software works. But today I want to talk about activation rates and early retention rates. And that's what user onboarding is all about. And today I'll be sharing 3 secrets to help you optimize that journey as much as possible. My name is Ildefonso Prieto. I'm a product growth consultant, and I've been doing it for over 6 years, but I specialize on user onboarding. And this is some of the clients that I've helped over the few years. What is user onboarding? User onboarding is that experience that the user has with your product for the first time and how they get to the value of your product. It's like when you're trying to help them get to know your product, right? And how to use it. It's all about that activation or early retention rates. So the 3 secrets that I'm going to share are going to help you convert more free users into loyal customers. Secret number 1 is that a new user onboarding strategy that almost nobody knows about is that you have to optimize the first user experience of your product, because 100% of your users will never will go through it all the time, and it's what makes or breaks the relationship with a new user. This is mainly because people didn't see the value of your product, or they didn't understand what your product was even about. So the first UX framework, I created a framework to help people with this. I ended up doing a workshop, a bunch of frameworks, a bunch of stuff, but I couldn't find a way to get people to really change their product because it was very hard and time consuming and resource intensive. But meeting with my mentor, I found out that there's some awesome user onboarding tools that you can implement to very easily optimize the user onboarding experience of your product. And the examples that we use for one of our clients was Stealth Seminar, and the tools that we use were Intercom and app queues. On today's day, you can use Intercom basically for everything, so it's the tool that I would recommend. But essentially, you're able to optimize the first user experience of your product very easily without having to do a lot of changes and a lot of resources from your coders, right? So that's so to summarize it, the first thing you need to do is define a goal for the first user experience of your product, then map out the journey from the moment they sign up to the moment they achieve this goal, and optimize that journey. Once you have that, then you can install these tools and have a very optimized user onboarding experience. This is just some testimonials that I've had from clients. The second secret is that you don't have to be a user onboarding expert to get results. You can actually let your users tell you what you need to fix. So what you do is usability testing. You are a power user of your product. They are not. You need to see people who are new to your product, how they stumble upon value, right? So it's very hard to do usability testing, so normally I wouldn't do it. But then I had a conversation with my brother, and he told me, hey, you can do remote usability testing now. So this is actually very easy. And there's a bunch of tools. So I put one to the test with a client called Ring 4. I planned out a whole usability testing. I recruited the people with this tool, which made it very, very easily, recorded everything, took notes, and came into some insights that I presented to them on that were very ROI intensive. It was very cool. And I put everything together in a Notion hub for everything. And essentially what happened was that SaaS growers leveled up our services by including an easy way to audit a product's user onboarding experience, even if you're not a user onboarding expert, right? So essentially you don't need to hire a new team or anything. You just have to user test. The third secret is how to get more dream visitors to actually sign up and try that user onboarding experience that you just polished. So the difference between having a product that is very cool and having a product that's very cool but gets a lot of people to sign up is your communication. It's not what type of product you have, it's not what product features you list, or even your pricing strategies. There's a framework called the Elephant, the Writer, and the Path that will help you make people make the switch to your product. And essentially you have to appeal to their emotion side, to the irrational side, and to make it easier for them to go through that path. But the most important one is the emotional side, and you do that through good communication. Anyways, most of you are probably just like this, and wait, where is it? Probably just like this, but if you want more help, I can just do a user onboarding strategy call with you guys. So we'll sit down for an hour and I'll help you guys more personally.
All right.
But yeah.
That was actually pretty good. That was really good. You had that locked in. All right, any questions? What about the 3 secrets? All right, we got 4 secrets.
Got one question over here.
Ooh. Oh, right.
This is the free version of all those products you get. You're actually the QA department for that company. And also the Q&A is also, they get other people to answer the question.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why, like Udemy, for example, they have a QA, and that's really good. They don't have to answer the question. Other users know a lot about it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's a known strategy, but it's been very difficult to do. And now that you can do it remotely and very easily, it just opens up doors for even startups that normally wouldn't do these kind of things. They should do these. So yeah, for sure.
I think you're getting something for free, but you're actually the QA department.
Other questions?
Just a quick comment, there are a lot of products out there that are kind of blank slate frameworks like Notion and Airtable that don't do a great job. When you sign up, they say, we can do anything, and you just have a blank screen in front of you.
Yeah, that's totally a common issue called blank slates. And you have to address those very carefully because it's a moment where, imagine that you're a social network app and you land the first time there and then you see that you have no friends. You don't want the app to be like, hey, you don't have any friends, you know? Like, you want it to be like an encouraging moment in which they actually use that time to tell you about the benefit that they will experience through the use of the product. So it's actually an opportunity to help out. And another way that you can fix it is you can create content as tutorial, where you would create what you would use the content of your own product to fill it in to teach the person how to use it. So for example, you will use a comment to say, this is where you comment. Or you would use a share, or yeah, it depends on the app. But you know what I'm saying. Hopefully I'm making sense. Yeah.
All right, Alfonso, thank you. I have finished all my questions.
Cool, thank you.
All right, everybody, thank you for participating here at Lightning Talks. If you guys are interested, once again, on volunteering here at Hacker Dojo, please let Emily know. She is back here. She'll be walking around. We'll be walking around afterwards. There's some pizza left over in the back and some beverages. So hang out and have a good talk. We're going to turn the music on. And powwow. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys next week at Lightning Talks. Thank you.